Oh, good evening. Finished work about an hour or so ago, and just to sort of chill myself out this evening, I sat down and I sorted through all my trading cards. You saw the big mess on the Facebook page with all the stuff put on, and I've just picked a few that sort of like they're not necessarily rare or anything like that, but a few that I enjoy looking at. So a trading card for a trading card collector isn't just about the stats if you're a baseball fan or a soccer fan or an American football fan or an ice hockey fan. It's also about the artistic element of the movement, the picture and stuff like that. If you're a wrestling fan, it's the same reason. If you're collecting the same Marvel trading cards or Disney trading cards, all the same reason. I just want to go through a couple that I really just like looking at. And first of all, I'm going to start off with one of my wrestling heroes, one of the most underrated writers of all time within the wrestling industry, and that is Vince Russo. I've recently just got this card, and it didn't cost that much or anything like that. It's not specifically crazy rare or anything like that. It's just a card of a guy that gives me great childhood memories. So the Attitude Era, okay, this guy, David Arquette winning the WCW Championship, which I loved. I loved, not all fans did. I loved this guy, and this is what it reminds me of. Todd McFarlane, alright? A Todd McFarlane trading card. This is a weird one for me because I've had this for absolute years and it's just sat in a box. Okay, now I'm a comic book guy. If you know me, you know I'm a comic book guy as well. And this guy wrote some of my all-time favourites. Spawn, all of it. Okay, love Spawn. Major Spider-Man guy as well. So yeah, Todd McFarlane, man. Todd McFarlane. What else we've got going on here? Let's have a look. We've got Shaq O'Neal when he was at Magic. Man, I'm a Shaq fan. Okay, right. I just like this card for a few reasons. I like it because it's not a typical LA card, Lakers card. It's a Magic card. I like it because of the movement he's doing with the slam dunk. All right, and the picture at the back. How gorgeous is that tracksuit they're wearing there? But this man is also a great example for all fathers, I think, of how to bring up children. Check out his documentary. There's a great quote from his stepdad. It goes something like that, like this: "You don't like my methods, but you'll like my results." And I kind of base my father sort of like technique on that kind of element as well. I'm a father of four, just to add. Right, and then I'm going to go with this guy here, and this is a random card because I don't think many people would directly say, get this CM Punk card, okay? But CM Punk at UFC, okay? I like this card for a few reasons. Punk did a big thing when he went over to UFC. He didn't have any background in mixed martial arts. None at all. He did the wrestling stuff. He trained for a couple of months, basically, or a little while, doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and stuff like that, wrestling techniques and stuff like that. And he went into that ring, and it takes testicles to do so. Despite everybody hated him for doing it, but I actually gained more respect for him as a wrestler and a human being for taking the decision to do something different and have a crack at it. Also, he has a great comic book series, right, where he writes a comic book basically in Drax from Guardians. Awesome stuff. But this card, I really like looking at this card. Now, this is a bit different. This is a wrestling card. So this is a shiny Impact Wrestling card that I recently got, Killer Kelly. Now, this wrestler for me is a wrestler from Portugal, I believe, but she could take over the world. She could take over the world. Currently, she's the Impact Tag Team Championship with Masha Slamovich. But she has the potential to be massive in the sense of AEW World Champion, Impact World Champion, New Japan Pro Wrestling Champion, Stardom Champion, WWE Champion. She has that potential in my perspective. But this is a shiny. It's a nice little card. Super love this one as well. Now, again, another UFC card. So this is, I believe this is one of Paddy Pimblett's first rookie cards in the UFC collection. If I'm wrong, putting it out, but I like this card. I like how it looks. It's a Panini based, but Paddy Pimblett, he's a scouser. He has a lot of ability. Sometimes a bit too mouthy for my liking, but I just love people that are from the working class element that can push forward through in life. Now this is a weird one because I could say that this one here is probably one of my favourite trading cards of John Cena that I actually own. Okay, it's a PSA 10. What's it from? It's undisputed black. Don't know if it's rare or anything like this. Picked this up years ago. I got it graded myself and stuff like that. But this isn't his favourite card. So there was a random card, and people say it's fake, and possibly you could say it's fake. It's from Leaf Trading Cards, basically. And this card here, I just think it's unique. It's very weird looking. It's very ugly. But I could look at it all day. I don't know why. I think it may be because of the stripes coming out. But it's just a gorgeous looking card. And this is pretty new, like the Killer Kelly one as well. Now, these ones are the interesting ones. So, I'll start with this one. A signed major wrestling figure podcast card. I've been with the Patreon for years, off and on. But I got this card. It's a 1 of 100. It's an 86. Yeah. It's just, I think these guys have done a lot for the pop culture industry, not just wrestling. I mean, from baseball with Brian Myers to Star Wars to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they love the industry. They love action figures. They love trading cards, and I just think they're important guys. And this is one of the things it will stay in my collection for a long hard while. And flip that back, it's the Major Brothers Bendy card as well. Now this one's nostalgic to hell. So everybody grows up as a Disney guy, and always my favourite character in Disney, right, was Pluto. And this is one of the Disney 100 cards, and I've got a few packs of them. I'm not going to go wild on or crazy on them, but I just love this card. Everything about this card I specifically love. Just such a gorgeous looking card. But listen guys, it's just a little bit of a share there, man. A little bit of a share that's sort of like on this, is it a Thursday or is it a Friday? I'm never too sure. A Thursday night after work, this is what I do just to relax, just to sort through my trading cards, play with my figures, yeah, okay, or something like that, just to calm myself down and chill out. But look, have a good night. See you later.